What's going on, everybody? This is your W.O.F. Outlook and discussion for Monday, June 5th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the tropics this morning, we do have an area of interest here across parts of the extreme northeastern Atlantic here. The National Hurricane Center has given this 9 area of low pressure here, a 10% chance of possibly subtropical development as we go into this week. But you guys, however, by later on towards the end of the week, upper level winds will become extremely unfavorable, and this system will start to move towards the northeast and towards more cooler waters, you guys, and that will eliminate any type of possible development into a subtropical depression or storm, you guys. So this will be something we will keep an eye on. It is part of the Atlantic, you guys, even though it's probably not going to amount to much of anything, but it is part of the tropics, and we will keep an eye on it. So you guys, if you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe here at your Weather on the Fly, so you can stay up to date and weather aware as the Storm Prediction Center and National Hurricane Center pushes out their updates. I have them posted here right for you guys here at your Weather on the Fly. Now, as we take a look here at the rest of the Atlantic, you can see here not much else is going on. We do have a tropical wave that's about to be exiting off of Africa, but I'm not expecting too much of anything to go on with that one. And as you can see, we continue across the intertropical convergence zone, and it's fairly dry here. Not much going on, you guys, even across parts of the central Atlantic. Look at all this just clear blue, you guys. Even as we head on into the Caribbean, you guys, nothing going on, clear skies. Even across parts of the Southwest Atlantic here. This is the remnants of Arlene here continuing to move on out, you guys, mixed in with this troughiness that is going on along the East Coast, you guys. And here we do have some showers and thunderstorms across the Gulf of Mexico, but nothing organizing here for any tropical development, you guys. And as we come down to the Eastern Pacific here, surprisingly enough, you guys, the Eastern Pacific has not started or even tried to produce anything yet. And it's going to be almost going on a month since their season then started. But as of right now, nothing is imminent of developing also on this side of the basin across the Pacific as well, you guys. Now, you guys, before we take a look at the lower 48, I do want to bring our attention, courtesy to Tropical Tidbits. We're going to look at the models for the next 7 days because we're all going to have quite a bit of wet weather here across parts of the Caribbean, southwestern Atlantic, around the Florida Peninsula here, you guys. Not saying any tropical development is expected to form, but there's possibly a low pressure that could possibly form here across parts of the Caribbean. Later this week, we'll just take a look here real quick, you guys. And as we move this on into Tuesday, here's Tuesday morning, you guys. You can see the high pressure here across the Atlantic. As I just showed you guys on the satellite, it's very dry, nothing but clear blue skies here. And that's really what this high pressure is showing right here. We have ridging and a lot of moisture going on the ending side of that ridge, you guys, on the back side of that ridge. As you can see here, we go on into Wednesday, you guys. Look at all this moisture here piling up across the Caribbean. We go through Wednesday into Thursday, you guys. Look, see, possibly low pressure could form here across parts of the Northwest Caribbean. Nothing too organized yet, but this is something we will keep an eye on, you guys. As we move on into Friday, you can see all of this mess shifts north and northeast across Cuba and enters the central Bahamas here, you guys. And as this continues to move on out, you can see it continues to move on out. It passes up Bermuda, you guys, and we continue on, and not much else to look at for the next 7 days here across parts of the Caribbean and Southwest Atlantic. So this will be some moisture and disturbance that we will keep an eye on, you guys. And as we back this up real quick, and this is the low pressure area that the National Hurricane Center is also looking at that can possibly acquire some type of subtropical characteristics here, you guys, over the next few days before you can see it starts to get pivoted to the northeast, you guys. And eventually it just go ahead and dissipates into a more broader area of low pressure here spinning across the northern Atlantic. We take a look at the European, you guys. We're going to go through the next 7 days on the latest European. And as you can see here, high pressure across the Atlantic, the tropical Atlantic. And you can see we have just a lot of moisture, disturbed weather here just piled up across parts of the Caribbean and Western Atlantic near Cuba, the Bahamas, the Florida Peninsula, you guys. And as we continue this on out, you see just a lot of moisture, nothing too organized. This is by Friday going into Saturday, Sunday, you guys. And as you can see, the models don't organize anything, but just all of that moisture down there is just something you will have to keep an eye on when you have a lot of thunderstorms and moisture just sitting over the warm waters. During hurricane season is always something to keep an eye on because the models may not be picking up on it right away. So you guys, you already know that here at your Weather on the Fly, we will be keeping a close eye on all of this mess here, you guys. Now, as we move on to the lower 48, we're going to pause this because the severe engine is going to start to ramp back up a little bit here as we go on into the week, you guys. Take these surface plots off. All right, hold on one more thing, you guys. Let's see. Oh. All right, you guys, and as you can see, today we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots of marginal risk for some severe weather, you guys, that's just going to be scattered all across the U.S. Our first area here is across parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and eastern Tennessee, which does include Knoxville, Charlotte, down to Columbia, just to the east of Atlanta here, you guys. Let's check the probability. Tornadoes, not expecting any tornadoes in this area. We do have a 5% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter across this area, you guys. So we'll be on the lookout for some hail. And the same goes for wind here. 5% chance of winds 50 to 60 miles per hour, gusting to 70, you guys. So at least as of right now, no tornadoes are expected to spin up in this area, but we will be on the lookout just in case an isolated one does spin up, you guys. Even here across parts of extreme deep South Texas, here's another marginal risk for severe weather. And we do have a 2% chance of a tornado spinning up here across parts of deep South Texas. So we do need to be on the lookout for that. Hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter, that's a 5% chance. And also the winds 50 to 60, gusting to 70, a 5% chance as well here across deep South Texas. We back that on up out, you guys, and we head on up towards parts of Montana and Idaho, as there's another area that could possibly be under a marginal risk of severe weather. This does include Great Falls, Shelby. We check the category here, not expecting any tornado spin-ups up here. As of right now, we do have that 5% chance of hail, 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter. And we also have the 5% chance of winds 50 to 60, gusting to 70 across this area as well, you guys. So across Montana and Idaho, parts of Montana and Idaho, be on the lookout, you guys. And the final area that could see a marginal risk of severe weather does include here across parts of California, you guys. And as we check the probability here, no tornadoes are expected, just the hail 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter at 5%. And those winds 50 to 60, gusting to 70, you guys, at a 5% chance there as well. So now as we back this up and take a look at the HRRR to see just how all of this is going to play out, you guys. Right, let's get it going, get it loading. All right, here, and starting at 12 p.m., you guys. All right, you can see here across parts of deep South Texas, we might have some isolated cells already starting to pop and get going. Look here, even across parts of Idaho, may even have some isolated cells starting to be ongoing as early as 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time, you guys. As we move on to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, you can see here, look across parts of I'm about to say North Carolina, you guys. Look here across parts of California, across parts of the mountainous areas that could see that marginal risk of severe weather. Cells will be ongoing and popping at about 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Here across parts of northwest Montana, extending into parts of Idaho here, you guys. Those cells could be producing some hail and strong gusty winds. We will have showers and thunderstorms littered all the way up and down the plains, basically, here, you guys. Nothing expected to be severe, just some isolated showers, maybe a heavy thunderstorm or two, you guys, that may produce an isolated locally severe gust or maybe some nickel-sized hail, you guys. That's pretty common in a regular strong thunderstorm, you guys. Look here, even across the Houston area, South Louisiana, could see some showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. We go into the overnight hours, you guys. You can see the map starts to quiet down. May have a few showers here across parts of New York. Probably some showers here, littering eastern Texas here, you guys. But for the most part, it's fairly quiet going into the overnight hours. As we segue to convective outlook day 2, you can see yet again we have 1, 2, 3 areas of a marginal risk of severe weather. First area here, yet again across parts of South Carolina, mainly extending into parts of extreme northeastern Georgia. We have another marginal risk here across parts of New Mexico, extending into extreme western Texas here, you guys. And yet another risk here across parts of northern Nevada, northeast California, southeast Oregon, southern Idaho, and northwest Utah, you guys. As we check the probability there, check the probability for tomorrow, you guys. So far, no tornadoes are expected, so that's good news. Hail, we do have a 5% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter in all 3 areas of this marginal risk from South Carolina, across parts of New Mexico, extreme West Texas here, and across parts of northern Nevada, southern Idaho, extreme northeast California, you guys. Winds, same as the hail, 5% chance of winds, 50 to 60 gusting to 70 in these marginal risk areas for Tuesday, you guys. And as we continue to HRRR out, we go to about the noon hour tomorrow, you guys. You can see not much is going on here across the U.S. Probably some showers, maybe some thunderstorms developing here across parts of Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and even parts of southern Minnesota here, you guys. But as we move on to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon on Tuesday, look at the United States, you guys, with the daytime heating, a coastal low here off of the coastal Atlantic Canada here, you guys. We have a low that's going to be spinning some rain here across parts of Maine. Look here, even across upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire could see some showers and thunderstorms. Even look here across parts of the marginal risk across Nevada, Idaho, Utah, you guys. Look at those cells around 5 p.m. tomorrow. Isolated hail and locally gusty winds will be possible. Look here, littered across the Rockies, extending on into New Mexico, you guys. All of this is going to be ongoing. Even here across parts of the southern United States, Gulf Coast, with the daytime heating, showers and thunderstorms will be possible. That is typical summertime weather here across the southern U.S. As we go through the overnight hours, you guys, you can see still possibly some rain here across parts of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, even probably a cluster of showers here, maybe a rumble of thunder overnight, Tuesday going into Wednesday across parts of eastern Montana, and even some showers and thunderstorms may be ongoing here across parts of coastal California, even up into parts of Oregon here, you guys. And even overnight, we will have some showers and thunderstorms still going on across parts of New Mexico and possibly the Texas Panhandle. We go as far as the HRRR takes us out, which will be 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, you guys. And that does segue us into convective outlook day 3, where yet again, we will have 1, 2, 3 areas, again, you guys, of a marginal risk of severe weather. First area will yet again be across parts of South Carolina here, even getting into parts of coastal North Carolina, yet again across parts of West Texas, eastern New Mexico, and again across the Pacific Northwest, we'll have a chance at a marginal risk of severe weather, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, please be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date and weather aware as the Storm Prediction Center comes out with the updates. I have them right here for you guys here at your Weather on the Fly. That's going to be it for this one, you guys. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.